All right, greetings everybody. This is Jared Bruning with the Daily Bell Ringer, and hopefully I got everything working here. It's a little complicated to get a live stream up and running, at least. Maybe for me it's complicated, maybe not for others. It's complicated, but yeah, so I just wanted to have this quick live stream. It's been quite a while since I've kind of given some updates with the Daily Bell Ringer. I gave some updates kind of towards the end of the school year, last year at the very end of the year. But I just wanted to update everybody on what's going on with the Daily Bell Ringer as we're starting back to school. So maybe you're already back in school. Maybe you're waiting to start school. I'm not really sure where you might be at. I know for me personally, today was day 2 of school, so still just trying to get to know the students, trying to figure out what's going on. You know how it is. It's getting back in the swing of things and getting back on that regular schedule, and everything's kind of tough. But we're back, all right, or we're going to be coming back if you haven't come back to school yet. But with the Daily Bell Ringer, again, I appreciate so much everybody that's been watching the Daily Bell Ringer, that's been checking out the videos, been checking out the questions, been looking at some of the worksheets and everything that goes along with the Daily Bell Ringer. We might look at some of those here in just a little bit, just to kind of update you on what's available and everything in case you're looking for resources for the Daily Bell Ringer. And again, please feel free to type anything in the chat here, and we can kind of discuss things here on the chat. I guess one thing just to be aware of, if you hear some thuds, that's probably my kids goofing around upstairs. So I'm down in my basement right now filming my live stream, and it might be them up there kind of goofing around. All right, but I see here someone uses the video all the time. Always informative. Thank you guys so much. And then out in Virginia, thank you so much for watching the videos. Again, I don't know if any of you have looked up any background here on the Daily Bell Ringer. I'm located in Central Illinois, not Chicago, Central Illinois, which is basically, not South Central, but Western Illinois is where I'm located, kind of in a rural. Some of the videos actually I'm at, but it doesn't matter. All of us kind of teach the same thing. So hopefully some of the stuff I'm covering is some of the same stuff you're covering in your class, and that it's very helpful. So I'm just going to dive into some of the updates here of what's going on with the Daily Bell Ringer as we come back. I guess the first thing, this might be something that maybe disappoints some people, but it's something that I really need to do, honestly. In years past, the past couple years that I've been making videos, I've always put out a new video every single week. Like every Sunday at 4:30 in the afternoon, I would have a new video that came out. Well, starting this year, when we get back into the school year here, I'm going to move to every other week. The fact is that it takes a lot of time to put together these videos. I mean, it's something I love doing. I love editing these videos. I love researching the videos. I love putting everything together for the videos. But the fact is, it just simply takes a lot of time to be able to do that. And I apologize again if my stream's kind of slowing down here. I apologize. I think my computer might be having some issues. But what I was going to say is, it's going to go to every other week, just simply because I have some other things I really need to get done, and so looks like here I got hello, love your videos. All right, helps with homeschooling. Yes, I love it that I have homeschool parents that are watching some of the videos. Actually, I have some really good friends that homeschool, and they've been using a lot of the videos and kind of sharing it with a lot of their friends. So hopefully it's something that can help out homeschooling as well. But as I was saying, I'm going to be moving to an every other week schedule of a new video coming out. So if you're kind of watching and keeping up with what new videos the Daily Bell Ringer has, which here in a moment I'm going to go through a bunch of new videos that I'm going to have, because actually this summer I've been very busy putting together videos and everything, because again, it's just something I really love to do. So again, every other week is where we're going on videos. All right, so I guess I'll just go ahead and jump right into this. Some of the new videos that are going to be coming up. Honestly, this might turn into a little bit of, this is what I did on vacation type stuff, because honestly, when I take my family on vacation, I'm just like, well, I could stop and film a little video here, I could stop and film a video here. And so I've got a lot of on-location videos, and it was really exciting to get to go to some of these cool places and make some videos. So we'll switch this other view here, hopefully. Oh, let's see here. I want to go to this tab right here. Nope, that's not what I want. So we'll go to, how about this? I'll just open up a new tab and go to my YouTube page and go to my channel. And I'm going to go ahead and there it is right there. Okay, so some of the new videos that are going to be coming up. I'm going to kind of give you a little bit of a preview here with some of these pictures that I'm going to show you. So one of the exciting things we did this summer, and I guess, hello Jonathan, I see that you're on here. But one of the exciting things my family did this summer was we got to go to Montana. We went through kind of Cody, Wyoming, kind of near Yellowstone and everything. And so I recorded quite a few videos that have to do with that area. One of them being Chief Joseph. If you've heard the story of Chief Joseph and the Nez Perce tribe and them basically trying to find a new homeland once they were forced off their land. I've got the story of Chief Joseph that I, of course, filmed from the Chief Joseph Highway, right where his tribe would have traveled through. So there's Chief Joseph Highway. I've also got another video about Buffalo Bill Cody that I'm going to be having coming out soon. And then the last one, Jim Bridger, the mountain man Jim Bridger. So again, I kind of climbed up into the mountains, had a couple moose that were right there as I was filming the video about Jim Bridger. So not sure if that's some of the stuff you might be covering. I know some of the material I cover sometimes you might be like, well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to use that. But again, I've always found that there's always a teacher looking for something like that. And so I've got some Western stuff. So again, Chief Joseph, Buffalo Bill Cody, and Jim Bridger are going to be some new videos that are going to be coming up very soon. So those are new videos that are coming. So keep an eye out for those videos coming up here in the near future. But then additionally, beyond that, I also went up to Alaska this summer on a cruise up to Alaska, which was really cool. I'd never been up there before and got to see all that stuff. So you might have seen my most recent video that I actually released was the Alaska purchase, and I actually got to film that from Sitka, Alaska, which is the location where Russia handed over control of Alaska to the Americans. And so that was kind of cool to get to film there on top of a mountain and everything. But I also filmed another couple videos, one about the native people of Alaska and about their culture. And so if you're looking for some Native American cultures material, I'm going to be having that coming out soon. And then also one about the Klondike Gold Rush, because again, we were very close to, or really on the same path that a lot of travelers were following to go up to the Klondike Gold Rush. And so I cover that along with the Alaska Gold Rush and everything. And so, yeah, this picture I took here, this was awesome. It was in the, now I got to remember what it was called. The Endicott Arm of the, what they call the Inner Passage up in Alaska. And this was actually at the end of this little bay. As they went down the bay, there's actually a glacier at the very end. So that's why the water is so turquoise, because it's the water from this glacier that is basically kind of slowly melting, or melts and then refreezes and goes into this bay. So that was really cool to get to see. So again, there's going to be some stuff about Alaska that's going to be coming up on the Daily Bell Ringer. But then the big one, the really big one that honestly I wasn't necessarily planning at the beginning of summer, but I was so excited that I got to go do, because it's one of the things, again, being a history nerd, some of you as history teachers might identify with me, that during the summer or when I'm on vacation, I have to go to some sort of historic site, because that's what re-energizes me to teach history for the next year. All right, by the end of the year, we're just completely drained, and it's I got to have something to get myself kind of worked up again to go and teach history for another year. And so what I did this summer, kind of on the spur of the moment, just kind of out of the blue, wasn't necessarily planning to do it, but I just did it, was I went to Gettysburg. All right, I'm a huge Civil War nut. You can see again behind me all my pictures of Lincoln and Grant and everything. I just love Civil War history. And so you can see this picture here. Here's my kids that I drug out there to Little Round Top at Gettysburg. We were out there at sunset, seeing General Warren right there on the statue. And so I got to film quite a few videos there at Gettysburg. One of them being, I have a video about Gettysburg already out there, but I've updated it, and I've made a new one that's got video from the actual location. And the awesome thing is that I got to film these videos right on the location of where Pickett's charge took place. I was able to go out, walk out into the field right where it happened. And it's just, I just love it whenever I make a video and I'm able to film it exactly where the history took place. And so I did one about the overview of Gettysburg. I also did one about Pickett's charge that's going to be coming out soon, just specifically on Pickett's charge. Then one about Little Round Top and the 20th Maine defending the left flank on the second day at Gettysburg. Gettysburg. So again, if you're somebody who's going to be covering the Civil War, and you're going to be covering Gettysburg, I'm going to have a lot of stuff here coming up about Gettysburg. So I filmed those, and again, too, maybe if you have someone in your household who is a big, Civil War, or war nerd, I guess you would say, learning about that content, check out the one I'm going to be having about the 20th Maine. I still got to put that one all together. I still have to put the Pickett's Charge together. But then the other one that I put together was I updated my video about the Gettysburg Address, where I actually break down the Gettysburg Address section by section and kind of explaining what Lincoln was saying in each section. So that was a really fun one because I actually got to film it again, not on the exact location, because again, it's kind of interesting when you go to Gettysburg, there's still some debate about where was the exact location where Lincoln gave the Gettysburg Address, because they have a big, huge monument right in the middle of the cemetery. But interestingly, and I apologize if I'm getting into history here, hopefully those of you that are still watching are interested in this, but you got to think about in November of 1863 when Lincoln went to Gettysburg to give the Gettysburg Address, they were still in the midst of burying soldiers who had fought in the battle. And so the site where they have like a big monument basically saying, okay, here's the Gettysburg Address monument, I guess you'd kind of say, he probably wouldn't have given a speech there because the entire ground would have been broken and there would have been trenches for them to bury those soldiers. And so the actual location where it was at is on the other side of a fence, kind of out in an older cemetery, is where they believe the actual Gettysburg Address took place. Again, based on photographs and everything, they kind of look at and see that. And so when you see the video about my Gettysburg Address one, if you look way in the background, they've got this, you can kind of see in the background there's an older cemetery. It's actually kind of over my shoulder is where Lincoln would have given the Gettysburg Address. It would have been awesome to film on the exact spot where he did, but I don't think I was going to be able to find the exact one. So I've got someone on here. Let's see. Ruby is saying, I have a 10-year-old with autism. He loves your videos. Visual learning is much better for ending in on-the-scene video. So yes, that's one of the great, I'm very much a visual learner myself, and that's one of the things I really strive to do with my videos is constantly have some sort of visual, not too much that it's like, blaring in your face, but enough like movement and enough different pictures to convey the message is kind of what I'm wanting to get to. And so I know sometimes I maybe don't do the best job, but I'm trying, and I want to make these videos interesting and captivating for students. And again, there's a lot of research that shows, learners or people in general learn by having images and changing in front of their face. Like basically your attention span really is only about 5 seconds before you need to be changing really to something different to keep the viewer's attention. So that's why when you watch my videos, I have things moving, I have transitions into different shots, and you might see that I move from side to side in the video. And I'm very purposely doing that because I feel like it's something that hopefully keeps students engaged into. I try to keep them to a relatively short 4 to 6 minute time span. So again, I really appreciate that people are appreciating that there is the visual learning that takes place with these videos. So anyway, Gettysburg, again, I absolutely loved Gettysburg. I just nerded out for a few days, and my kids had to suffer the consequences of me nerding out for a few days. So we'll come back here to this other scene here. There we go. There's a transition, just like I was talking about, a transition with that. So again, if you're somebody who's just joining me, remember one of the big things I just covered is that actually I'm going to start putting videos out every other week, just simply because I have some personal stuff I got to take care of that I'm just not getting time to do because I'm putting out so many videos. They're still going to be coming out. I'm still going to keep doing this. I love making bell ringer videos, and so they're still going to keep coming. But another big thing I wanted to point out here that you might be watching for, this Sunday, I'm going to be having some new videos coming out. Actually, I'm going to have 3 videos come out all in one day coming up on this Sunday. And actually, let me see here if I can get to that on my screen so you can see what's going to be coming up. Yep, right here. So actually, I'm going to change back to this again. If you look right here, the upcoming videos, George Washington, John Adams, and Thomas Jefferson. Now, some of you might be saying to yourself, I thought he already had videos about this. Here's the deal. When I made those videos, that was when I very early started making Daily Bellringer videos. And a lot of those videos, I'll be completely honest with you, they were kind of just garbage. Like looking back, I'm kind of like, that wasn't the best stuff that I put out there, because basically all it was just a slide presentation with my face in the corner, which isn't necessarily bad. It's kind of like what you're looking at right now. It's just me in the corner and then a slide presentation, which isn't necessarily bad, but looking back on it, I'm just like, I didn't really cover everything. And so now that I'm starting to go through more of the presidents, which I think I'm up to Teddy Roosevelt right now, I kind of have a formula that I've gotten of, like, I cover this, I cover that, I cover all these different things. And again, thank you here for saying short videos are a plus. That's exactly what I'm going for, is a shorter video that just kind of covers the basics. But anyway, sorry, looking at the chat here. But I was talking about here with the presidents. I'm going back and I'm trying to revamp some of my older ones that aren't that great. And honestly, the first, I think through John Tyler, I don't have very good videos. And so I'm going to go back and redo those. So actually, I already have, I have Washington, Adams, Jefferson, I've got Madison, I got Monroe already done, and, I got John Quincy Adams in the works, and then I'll redo my Andrew Jackson one, and probably even my Martin Van Buren one as well, because they're not the best video. Honestly, I'm not going to lie. They're not the best video. So these new updated videos are going to be coming out. But here's the cool thing with these videos. I don't know if any of you might be on my email list. If you're on my email list or possibly a supporter on Patreon, if you're on there, I'm going to be sending out the worksheets that go with these videos. That's the other part. I've had a lot of people contact me about my president's videos that, I have questions that go with them. I have like the 5 questions you can always use. But some people are really looking for the worksheets, like a worksheet that goes a little bit more in depth, maybe has a primary source from that president to kind of read a little bit about what they did or what they believed in, and then students can answer those questions. So what's going to be coming up here is I'm going to have these worksheets about the president. So actually, here real quickly here, how about I'm going to switch back to this scene here real quick. I want to show you real fast what one of these worksheets look like, just in case you're somebody who hasn't seen these before and you're kind of like, what the heck is this? Actually, I'll go to the website here. Just one second here. So I'm going to go to the website right here, and I'll go switch back over here. Okay, here you see my website, dailybellringer.com. If you go to that website, I've got worksheets here, and you can find everything here. But also, I have the worksheets linked in the video description of each video. So really, you just have to go to the video description and look and see, is there a worksheet available with this? So let's take a look here. If I scroll down, let me see if I can find it. I kind of put them way down here, but okay, here we go. So like here's let's see, we'll go to George Washington here and check out the George Washington worksheet. So if you look here on this worksheet, what it has is it has additional questions. The other cool thing is, of course, and I hope this is something that helps people along, but I'll say hi to Elena. Hey, thanks for joining us here on this live broadcast. But if you look here on these worksheets, I've put a QR code that if you scan that code, it will take you to that video. So if you're working with a student at home maybe, and you're like, okay, use your phone to scan it and then you can do the assignment, you can do that, all right? Or you can just search on YouTube and search for President George Washington Daily Bell Ringer and you'll find it. But you can see there's additional questions on here that are more than what's just simply on the video description. Then also with most of these, what I've done is I've had like a timeline where you kind of have to put together, okay, what were these different events that took place in Washington's life? And so they have to like put all the letters in the right order of what happened in Washington's life. And then if you go to the second page of this, here's a primary source. So here's like Washington's farewell address. And so there's some terms to define before they read through the primary source of what Washington had to say as he was leaving office, and then they answer a few questions below. So if you're looking for a way to extend a lesson, take a look at some of my worksheets. I mean, not all of them have primary sources. Some of them have like art activities or graphs or maps for them to do, like something that is a little bit, extending of the lesson, all right, something different. So if you want to check those out, I'm going to be sending these out. Again, you can purchase them on the website, but if you're on my email list, hey Darren, how's it going? Thanks for using the videos. But if you're on my email list, I'm going to be sending this out this week for free. I'm going to be sending the first three, Washington, Adams, and Jefferson. I'm going to put out there with the video for free to the email list users. And again, if you're ever interested in joining my email list, all you got to do is, I'm going to click on a video, see if it'll do this. All right, so all you got to do is look down here in the description, and there's a link down here for the email list. So you can always join the email list right there. There's the link to the worksheet itself if you want to look at it at dailybellringer.com. But like I said, this week I'm going to be sending out all three of those worksheets for free to email list users and any of my Patreon supporters. So again, if you want to check those out, it's kind of a cool way. And actually, one of my favorite things with these worksheets is if you're a teacher and you're in the classroom, you know how difficult it is to have a sub-plan ready all the time. And so the nice thing for me, since I've created all these worksheets and videos, if I'm ever sick or like one day I just come in and I just do not feel it, and or whatever, it's just I have something that happens that I can't do the class that day, I have basically an entire catalog of stuff here that I can just say, well, today we're going to be talking about the Lewis and Clark expedition. So it probably wouldn't be a bad idea for them to see the Thomas Jefferson video. So watch Thomas Jefferson, or you could do, I've got a Lewis and Clark one with a worksheet. So again, these worksheets are actually like kind of a great resource to use for last minute lesson plans, if you really need a lesson plan for last second or whatever. And I feel like they have good content. it's not just simply sitting there asking the students just to simply read a paragraph or whatever like that. This is something that's going to occupy their time for a little bit, hopefully engage them some and everything with these videos. So be sure to check out those worksheets. They're kind of a cool, at least I think they're kind of a cool thing. I use them quite a bit in my classroom. My students get a little tired of me using them sometimes, but again, I think they're a good resource. At least they're a resource I made, so I think it's a good resource. And you know how you are as a teacher, you feel like your lessons that you made are probably better than anybody else's. I guess that's our pride or whatever that we have. So anyway, that's some stuff you can be keeping an eye out on, are those presidents videos that are going to be coming out. So please make sure you're on the email list, so that way you can get those free worksheets that are going to be coming out with those presidents videos. All right, other stuff that's coming up. One of the big things here that I found, there's a lot of teachers that are using this, and this is something I honestly need to devote more time to. You can tell behind me, I love American history. Like, that is really, I would say, where my heart is with American history. I get really excited about American history. Now, I do teach other classes. I teach world history and I teach civics, and I go through the Constitution. I have videos all about the Constitution and everything. But world history is where, honestly, it's only been the last 2 years I've gotten back into teaching world history. It had been about 10 years since I had taught world history, and so I got back into world history here a couple years ago. And so I have started making world history videos that are really geared for, that 5th, 6th, 7th grade level. All right, and again, you can use it really at any level, but I've started making a lot of world history videos. And so if I go here, let me go back to my website here. Go back to my YouTube channel and check out my YouTube channel. If you go to, and here, let me go back to this scene again. Again, more transitions. If you go to my YouTube channel and check out playlist, I have most things broken down into different categories here. So you can see, for instance, here I've got early people in the Fertile Crescent. So if you're teaching about Mesopotamia and the ancient Babylonians, like here, kind of starting out the year, I've got stuff for that. So there's videos for that. There's worksheets that go with that. All right. Hey, Ruby, thanks so much for the kind words. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm trying my best to help out and to share what I love. I just really love talking about history. So I've got the early people in the Fertile Crescent. I got like the ancient Greeks. Here's ancient Egypt playlist. And then right now I'm working on the ancient Rome playlist. I think I have 6 videos. Yeah, I've got 6 videos in there. I probably need to make maybe 3 or 4 more. If you have a specific request, let me know on those ancient Rome videos. You can look at some of the stuff I've got there and see if there's something specifically that you would like to see covered, that you cover with your students. But I'm going to finish up ancient Rome this year. year. All right, hopefully this year before Christmas, I'm crossing my fingers. I'm going to finish up Ancient Rome, finish up a worksheet packet and everything for Ancient Rome. But from there, that's where I'm a little conflicted about where I'm going to go from there. And I would love to hear some input from viewers of where they would like to see it go with ancient world history. So I'm going to finish Rome. I'm thinking about going to the Indus Valley, or kind of, ancient India, and I need to get into ancient China. Again, these are all things eventually I plan on doing, but I'm kind of wondering, where do I need to go next? What do teachers really need? Because I've kind of covered a lot of the things that I cover in my class. I've kind of got there through the Romans and ancient Mesopotamia and the Greeks and Egypt and everything. So I was planning on possibly going to the Indus Valley, ancient China. I'm even considering the ancient Hebrews to get into that. And so I know I have lots more stuff I could cover, but I'm still kind of conflicted of where I need to be. So I might post like a survey or something somewhere to see what people think, if they would like to see what topic they would like to see in world history. So please be keeping up. I am going to be doing new world history videos, but let me show you something right now. I'll show you this real quick. I guess you'll get a behind the scenes look here at the Daily Bell Ringer, because I'm going to go into my YouTube studio here that's got all of my stuff about my channel. And I'm going to show you one of the new videos that's going to be coming up right here. I'll expand it here. We may not play it. But if you look here, I've got a video that's going to be coming up. If you teach world history, this might be one you want to keep an eye out on. Probably in the weeks after I've released the first president's video, I'm going to do this AD and BC explained. So this is a big one, like for my students, especially my 6th graders that are coming in. They have a hard time understanding how AD and BC works. And so I just got done making this video explaining how it all works. So it's got a lot of visuals, a lot of animations in it that hopefully will help out. And 2, I'm working on a worksheet that's going to go directly with this. And so this would be, I think, a really great video to show students as you're getting started into world history. So there's a little bit of a behind the scenes look at the Daily Bell Ringer there, if you can see, what we're going to be coming up with here soon. So AD and BC explained is going to be a new one coming up very soon. All right, so that's what's going to be coming up there. Additionally, I've had quite a few teachers who have requested Spanish-American War content and American imperialism, and so I just got through, I think I got causes of the Spanish-American War at the end of the school year last year, and I'm going to be working on talking about the Spanish-American War itself, and then probably one about the outcome of the Spanish-American War. So I haven't forgotten that stuff. I am going to get to all those things. All right, so those are all things I'm going to be getting to here soon. One more thing I want to point out here to you, if you're watching this video right now, is, again, I showed you dailybellringer.com there just a moment ago with all the worksheets that are on there. And hold on here, let me go back to that again. If you look at the worksheets that are on here, don't forget, honestly, the best option for getting worksheets for the Daily Bell Ringer is honestly looking at purchasing like an entire set of worksheets. All right, and so let me go back to my next scene here. Here you can see I've got these full sets of worksheets. I actually just got done with these ones over the summer. The Industrial Revolution and like the Progressive Era. So like for instance, if you click on this for the Industrial Revolution, you can see it's got a bunch of examples, but it's also got a little table of contents here. There's just a few videos in here, but it's like history of factories, the cotton gin, the power loom, the steam engine, and then also Southern agriculture, because if you know anything about antebellum America, Southern agriculture was feeding the Industrial Revolution in the North. So that's why I've got it there. So there's just a few worksheets in this one. But again, my worksheets are all like $2.25 a piece. With this one, you can see it's a little bit cheaper because there's also a cotton gin activity with this one. There's a little kind of art activity that I include with this one about the cotton gin. But if we look at another one here, hold on one second. I'm clicking the wrong thing. Let me come back over to this screen. But if you look here, go back to my worksheets. All right, if you look here again at these other worksheets I've got available. Whoops, hold on, worksheets. There we go. The sad thing is my worksheet page here. I've got so many worksheets on this page. It takes a long time for it to load up because there's just so many of them. But like for instance, the Progressive Era here. All right, the Progressive Era. If you look at some of the table of contents here, you can see there's like 8 different worksheets here. All right, and so it's $16. So again, I'm only selling them for $2 a piece on this instead of $2.25. So like I said, if you're looking at getting some worksheets and you want to get a packet of worksheets, this is probably, the best thing for you is just get one of these packets, because it's a little bit less expensive than just buying individual worksheets. All right, but anyway, what I wanted to point out here, sorry, I'm totally missing the point that I want to get to. You can see I've got these worksheet packs that are all available here on the Daily Bell Ringer, and I even have ones where it's like you can purchase, post-Civil War pack that covers just about everything, or you can see here's world history ones that are available as well, or the Great Depression. But the thing I want to point out here, if you're still on here watching, check this out. I've got a 10% off purchases over $10 right now if you do back to school 24, all capital letters for the promo code when you get to the checkout. And again, it'll save you 10% off of those purchases, so you get those worksheets for even cheaper then if you use that discount code. So I want to make sure you're aware of that. Again, if you're on my email list, I sent this out as part of one of my emails, and so hopefully I've had quite a few people using this coupon. So if you're interested in getting some worksheets, make sure you use this coupon. If you're going to get more than 5 or 6 worksheets, go ahead and use this coupon so you can save a couple dollars there on the purchase. So again, the back to school sale, 10% off over $10. And again, back to school, all capital letters. Back to school 24, all one word, all capital letters. And use that at dailybellringer.com on the promo code to be able to get 10% off. All right. So that's really, I think, everything that's new with the Daily Bell Ringer. Again, if you got any questions or anything like that, or suggestions, please let me know in the comments here. I'm probably going to hang out here for just a few more minutes, see if anybody else has any other comments. I guess looking at the feed right now of who all I've got on here, I guess I'll kind of see, or I'll ask, where have I got some different people from here? Like, where are some people that are viewing the video or viewing this live stream? Where are some of my viewers coming from right now? Because like I told you, I'm in central Illinois, kind of west side of Illinois, about 3 hours from Chicago is where I'm located. So it's always interesting to see where all I have students that are watching some of these bell ringer videos. And I guess one other thing I'll talk about here real quickly. If you're interested, you can always email me at the Daily Bell Ringer, dailybellringer@gmail.com, and I'll say hello. There's Ruby from Florida. So again, Ruby, thank you for the kind words there, and thanks for watching in Florida. Hopefully, I don't know if you saw my Adams-Onis treaty about the acquisition of Florida for the United States, but I did have a video a while ago about that if you're interested in checking that out. But I was going to say, you can see behind me I have a lot of just different odds and ends, history knickknacks, stuff like that. I have some pictures that my kids have made for me. My daughter made me a picture of, the Statue of Liberty, and my son made that little American flag. I think one of my other kids colored that picture of Ulysses S. Grant for me. But if you have a student that wants to make some sort of artwork and would like for me to put it up behind me in Daily Bell Ringer videos, I can do that. My world history videos, I don't really have the same background for world history videos, but if you want to do, like, if you're watching some of the American history stuff and you have a student that wants to make some artwork, or maybe you have a whole class that wants to make some artwork, I could put some different things up behind me. So please email me at thedailybellringer@gmail.com, and I'll get back to you and see if we can set up, a way you can send me some of that artwork, and I'll put it up there behind me if you're interested in doing that. So again, if you're interested in having the artwork on display, I'll put it back there behind me. So again, I just want to say thank you to everybody who's been watching the Daily Bell Ringer. Hopefully it's something that's going to help you out this school year. I'm going to continue doing more bell ringers, maybe not on as a consistent of basis, but I am going to keep on doing it every other week. Are going to be videos. I need to update the header of my YouTube channel because it says every week. I'm going to be doing every other week here soon. So, I guess with that, I'll ask if there's any other questions or concerns. Please put them in the chat here. I can address anything you want to address about Daily Bell Ringer videos and something you might be looking for. So again, if there's a certain topic you're looking for, please put it in the chat. And all right, there's Darren from Cincinnati. Thanks for watching and using the Daily Bell Ringer. Again, I hopefully you enjoyed. I guess this summer when I drove to Gettysburg, I wasn't too far away from Cincinnati. I went right past, I think, the exit to head for Cincinnati, but I headed on to Gettysburg this summer. So again, thank you for watching in Cincinnati, and I'll throw this out as well. Sorry, I was just mentioning if you want to do, send me artwork in the background. If your class wants a shout out video, basically where I just simply make a little 30-second video or 20-second video saying, hey, thank you to Mr. Smith's 7th grade class for watching Daily Bell Ringer, I'll make a video for you. So, email me at thedailybellringer@gmail.com. So again, thedailybellringer@gmail.com. If you email me there, I'll get back to you and we'll set up a way that I can get you, or I'll make your own little video as a shout out to your class. I've had quite a few teachers ask for that, and I've created little videos for their class, and the class gets a big kick out of it, that they get a little personalized video and everything. Or if you're a homeschool family and you want a video for your homeschool family, I'll be more than happy to say, hey, Jim or Sally or whoever, thank you so much for watching Daily Bell Ringer. Hopefully you're learning from it. So again, email me. I think my email address should be in the description of the YouTube channel. You can get to that. But again, it's thedailybellringer, all one word, @gmail.com. So thedailybellringer@gmail.com is the, and actually I'll put it in the chat here myself. Let's see. Gmail. I gotta type here. All right, I'll put there's my email address in the chat there. So if you're interested, email me if you're interested in sending in some art, or if you're interested in having a shout out video. I'd be more than happy to do that. All right, so thank you all so much for watching the Daily Bell Ringer. Hopefully you have a great school year, whether you're in the classroom, in a school environment, or if you're a homeschool parent and you're just kind of getting underway for the school year. Thank you so much. I guess if I could ask you one favor, is basically tell your friends, tell your colleagues about the Daily Bell Ringer, because again, I'm wanting to try to get in as many schools and as many homeschool environments as I possibly can. I feel like the resource I offer is a pretty decent resource. You may have heard me talk about this before, that one of the big goals of my channel is to offer something that educators, parents can trust to be a reliable resource, that is also one that they can trust, that is not going to get political, which of course right now, with all the politics we got going on right now, everybody's got a side. My videos, I try to be as unbiased and straightforward as possible. So I don't want any of that, because honestly, that's how history should be taught. It shouldn't be taught through the lens of I'm looking at it from this perspective or that perspective. It should be as straight down the middle as possible, because the student is the one who should be forming their own opinions about history. I shouldn't, when I teach a class, I tell students, this class is not Mr. Bruning's opinion class. This class is government, and you're supposed to learn about the government and form your own opinions and form your own ideas about that. It's not about that, about me. And so when I do a video, I try as hard as possible to not say anything that is, leaning one way or another. That is just simply straightforward history is really what I want to get to. And I know it's very hard. Sometimes I'm sure bias comes in there here and there. With my videos, but I try my best to keep it that way. And additionally, the other thing I really want is that educators and parents know that my videos will never have anything like, bad language or inappropriate jokes. Because it really shocks me as a history teacher how many videos I've found that I wanted to use in my classroom, and then I get like 2 minutes into the video and all of a sudden the guy who's narrating says something completely inappropriate. And it's like, I'm trying to show this to a 6th grade class, or I'm trying to use this with 8th graders. And I know, you know as well as I do, the 8th graders and junior hires say all kinds of crazy stuff. But at the same time, I'm not going to be putting that in front of them in a classroom. All right. And so I don't do that. That's just not who I am. I mean, I don't use that type of language in my own life speaking with people. It's just, to me, it's like that's just not very professional, and not very, well, not even professional, it's just not, to me, it's not cool. All right. So I try my best to keep things as straightforward and as clean as possible so that everybody can see it. So I hope that you guys have kind of realized, like, if you're looking for a lesson and you're kind of like, even, you know, the last minute, and you're like, I'm going to be covering the era of good feelings here, you know, when you see my video that you can show it to students and not have to worry about that. That, you know, like, for sure, I'm not going to put that stuff in there, because, again, being an educator myself, it just drives me crazy when I see those videos like that, that all of a sudden they're having 4-letter words and stuff like that in it, that it's like, what, why? You know, that has serves no purpose here. So again, hopefully you can trust the Daily Bell Ringer for that. So I apologize, I'm probably ranting on and on here, but you get used to probably what my students in my class have to deal with every day, is me ranting on and on, especially when we get to Civil War history. I'll start really ranting on and on about stuff. But again, I'm going to say thank you so much. Please share the Daily Bell Ringer with your friends, colleagues, anyone who you think might benefit from it. Please share that with anyone you know who's interested in history, who might be traveling to a historic site. Tell them to check out this video that'll give them just a brief little outline of what's going to happen there. But again, be keeping your eye out for some of these new videos that are coming up. A lot of on-location videos coming up, some new presidents videos coming up. I'm going to be finishing Ancient Rome coming up, so keep an eye out for all that stuff. So thank you for taking some time this evening. I know everybody's time is I guess is strained, and, you know, everybody's you know, seems like time is one of the most valuable resources we have. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch tonight, and for taking the time to watch and use some of my videos with students. I'm really excited that students are learning from them. So again, thank you so much. Please email me if you have any questions, concerns, if you want a shout out video, if you want to send in some artwork, anything like that. Please let me know. I'm more than happy to make videos or communicate with you guys and see what I can do to help out more in the classroom. If you have an idea, request, anything like that, please email me, and I'll be more than happy to try to get to it. I mean, I can't promise I'll get to everything, but if you have a request or have some ideas, I'll see if I can possibly do it. So, all right. So again, I went too long here, so I'm going to go ahead and say thank you so much for watching, and I guess I'll end this video the same way I end all my videos. So hopefully you learned something, and thanks for watching. We'll talk to you later. Thanks.